And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the... RJ. This one has a bit of an old school feel to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Riziche and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
That is fierce. You want to see a player with no fear? That is Tyrese Maxey.
Young pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Johnson sets the screen for Young. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Clock at 6. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Hammers the alley-oop through.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
And the 76ers with possession. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
The shot by Okongwu, no good.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Drummond passes to George. Drummond sets the screen for George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Wow, and George absolutely fools him with the pump fake there, able to get him off his feet and draw the contact.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Maxey looking it over. Another shot. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Young with no one around. Offensive rebound. Okongwu's shot is good.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Here's Young after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Lets it go from deep. It's Drummond with the rebound. The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Embiid finds Maxey. Back to Embiid. And it's off from 3-point range. The Hawks trailing. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now Young. After the missed 3 from Joel Embiid, Young's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense That time around, just lucky he was off.
That's tipped. Outside, George. Embiid inside. Covered by Okongwu. Again, Embiid missing. Atlanta has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Young's shot is good.
Really clever with the basketball. Young so advanced offensively. Excellent pull-up jumper there.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks streak, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
What a read by Maxey. Sees how the play opens up and sends the ball that way.
Shot by Johnson, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers, trailing by 2. Drummond passes to George. That one goes in, and that ties it up.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
6-second difference between shot and game call. Shot's good from Young.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The 76ers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Maxey. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Maxey's got 7 points.
That is how you respond. Maxey with the 3 of his own.
Now here's Drummond. Oubre, left side. Floats one up. That shot, no good. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Tyrese Maxey out there with George. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Great touch from 3 from Embiid.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Carving through the defense with ease. I love watching Young slam on the Jets, hit knife inside.
Maxey kicks to George. Poked away. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
The 76ers trail. Maxey passes to Drummond. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Outside, Maxey. Back to Drummond. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson kicks to Okongwu. In the corner, Daniels. Buries it from three-point range. Daniels has got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder.
What a play by Young. Out of that pick and roll, does a great job with his decision making.
Here's George. No good, unable to end this run. The Hawks leading by 6. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this hill.
Here's Maxey. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Maxey's got 9 points. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Maxey passes to Drummond.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Young against Maxey. Back to Drummond. Kicks it out to Maxey. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Young looking it over. Pass to Johnson. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The 76ers trail by 8. And slam dunk by Maxey.
He's a small guy with big hops. Maxey goes up high for that finish.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Outside for George. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away. And this kid, Ricochet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Here's Maxey. That one falls. Maxey's got 13.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
High post Young. 14 points for him. Ricochet wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. The 76ers trail by 9. Oubre gets to Embiid. Unloads. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got his 6th rebound on the night. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Young. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Creativity and shot-making ability to spare. Trae Young is getting loose tonight.
Here's George. And he hammers that one right down into the face of Jalen Johnson.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
That's his first personal foul. First team
There's 14
foul.
seconds left in the first half. Here's Young. Kicks it out to Johnson. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He notched. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Larry Nance out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Capella in its center. And it's Bona with the rebound.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Edwards passes to Yabusele. 6 to shoot. Lowry has the open look. Kept alive. Here's Edwards. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And Edwards drops them both. Atlanta leading by 7. To the paint. Here's Mann. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Hawks shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. And it's LeVert missing.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Outside Lowry. There's the pick. Driving to the basket. Here's Yabusele. Here's McCain. Buries the 20-footer.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Fires away from way outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Mann's got 5 now.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Here's Lowry. Again, the miss by Lowry. The Hawks leading by 10. And here's LeVert. Still without a basket. And Mann now top of the key. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Out to the wing. Here's Bona. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
LeVert the pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism for a big man? Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Clint Capella. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the 76ers. A 12-point game. Pass to Yabusele. Outside for Lowry. Here's Bona. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McCain. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but when you play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing
the line for the Hawks. Karis LeVert. One shot.
Difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
the wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now Lowry going inside, and he gets the bucket. Lowry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You gotta like how Lowry puts his head down and just charges in on the drive.
And Nance kicks to LeVert. Oh, Nance in position. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. It's offensive basket interference. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. The 76ers trail by 10. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Lowry. To the wing on the left. McCain's shot is off. Here is Daniels. Now recovering. It's Young on the wing. Johnson from outside. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And they will go into the fourth quarter riding high. That's almost got to feel.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Paul George. Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Oubre. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Watch out when Maxey finds his groove like this. He'll just keep coming at you and at you.
Pass to Daniel. And stolen by Maxey. And now Philadelphia on the break. Drummond sets the screen for Maxey. With the drive. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
You see how creative Maxey is, just dissecting the defense with his handles.
Young dishes to Johnson. Here's Okongwu. No good on the three.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
And here's George for three. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Rizichet. The kick out to Young. From deep, Johnson. Rebound Andre Drummond. The 76ers trail by 9. Shot by George, wide open. Traps in the tray.
And this offense relies on George's brain to space the floor, and he is one of the best at it.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. The Hawks leading by 7. Here's Young driving the lane. A wide open look here for Okongwu. And the 3 off target. 76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Embiid. And here is Drummond. One-on-one fast break. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Outside, George. To the left wing. 4 on the clock. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Look, and he knows he has the green light. Embiid's kind of attitude in these moments just makes him even more lethal.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. The 3 from George. The rebound by Young.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last stretch.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
Assisted by
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Young against Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Embiid against Okongwu. Embiid, the pass to Maxey. Now Drummond. Here's Embiid. There's the drive. And Embiid throws it down.
Whoa, there is the nasty streak that I like to see from Embiid. He wants to destroy you, and I love it when he's got that look in his eye.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Hawks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trae Young.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
Maxey passes to Embiid, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Hawks ball.
So it's the Hawks now. Young way outside. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so for Richard Jefferson.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Then Carroll and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Wagner in at the 3 slot. And for the 76ers, Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then there's Paul George. And it's Maxey in at the point. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Drummond, the screen on Caldwell Pope. Maxey attacking. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, I like it. Quick, aggressive move by Maxey.
And Carroll with a screen on Maxey. On the take, here's Suggs. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And it's Maxey missing.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Caldwell Pope against Oubre. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Carter. Back to Caldwell Pope. Takes a 3. And again, it's the magic from deep.
Love the rise and fire approach from KCP. Gotta be impressed with this guy's confidence.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Now here's Suggs. And another 3 for Orlando.
Hey, you gotta love that response. KCP not wasting any time getting those points back. Right back at him.
Maxey surveys, deflects the pass. Drummond, and he banks in the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Suggs. Here's Carter. Here he goes. And it's slammed in by Carter.
This can't be allowed if you're the defense. I mean, Carter Jr. punishes you when you give him a lane like that.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Magic.
Orlando ball.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Suggs outside. Ben Carroll the screen. Suggs the pass to Ben Carroll. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Ooh, and powered down. What a jam.
Check out Maxey with the throwdown. Boy, he can get off the ground quick.
Ben Carroll with a screen on Maxey. Ben Carroll outside. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Back to Suggs. Outside Carter. Hey, puts up a 3. It's rebounded by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 4. For 3, Maxey. The shot no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
The teardrop. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Confidence oozing out of Caldwell Pope. Loves going to his floater from time to time, too.
Embiid against Ben Carroll. Here's Oubre. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
41 seconds left in the first. The 3 from Suggs. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
Embiid, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Pass to Embiid. All alone. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And Carroll with a screen on Maxey. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Suggs with the bucket.
Well, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
9 seconds left in the first. Embiid passes to Drummond. Here's Maxey. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Orlando. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
On the court for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope, and it's Carter in at the center.
You know, this is where you want to get Drummond the ball. The closer he is, the more effective he becomes.
Here's Suggs. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. Banchero finds Carter with the drive, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Maxey. 6 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. That's good from Drummond. On the assist from Maxey. Drummond's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Carter from outside. The rebound by Embiid. 76ers trail by 5. Maxey passes to George. Driving in, and George with the jam.
George doing a nice job driving with physicality. They're seeking out that contact.
Pass to Suggs. And Carroll with it. And Carroll finishes with force inside.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Maxey, and that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
Maxey working around the contact that time. Nice work.
Outside Carter, launches it. No good. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. It's a 3-point game. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Showing you the vertical that time. Paul George is throwing it down.
Suggs outside. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Drummond with the bucket. Drummond's got 8.
You know, I would venture to say if you didn't run one play for Drummond all night, he still could score in double digits. He is an incredible offensive rebounder.
Now here's Suggs. 11 points in the game. And Carroll against Maxey. Wagner for 3. Drummond grabs the miss.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And the jam by George.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And Carroll. Wagner outside. And Carroll with a screen on Oubre. Wagner for 3. The rebound by Maxey. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Drummond with the screen. Maxey passes to Drummond. The kick out to Maxey. Now Drummond. Give him 8 points now. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Nice shot by George.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
Suggs outside. Pass to Carter. Back to Suggs. Carter, a screen on Maxey. Here's Suggs. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot run. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Paul George has been sensational.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Kyle Lowry, and it's Grimes in at the 3, a small forward. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Now here's Lowry. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Into the lane. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And it's the Sixers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Magic. Here's Black. Inside. Here's Batase. Pass to Wagner. Here's Black. Batase with a screen. Let's go with a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. And now it's a 4-point Magic lead.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Lowry. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's his first.
You can just see and feel the passion behind the play of Kyle Lowry. It's like he's always got something to prove every time he's out there, and that energy is contagious. It spreads to his guys as well.
Both free throws good from Lowry. Orlando has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Black. He takes it in, and that one is stuffed right through.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Bona. The Magic making their last shot. Here's Yabusele. No points yet. And it's all from three-point range. And the Magic surprising many league-wide, Clark, with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged, physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A.
Now here's Lowry. Down low, Gabaselli, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Well, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Here's Black. Pass to Batase. Here's Black from behind the arc. And no good. A minute 39 left to play in the third quarter here.
Black. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
A minute 37 left in the third quarter. Here's McCain, guarded by Howard. Kept alive. Bona. Gabaselli. No good on the triple. Orlando leading by 5. Pass to Batase. Now Wagner. 1:11 left in the third. Fires the three. And Grimes pulls it down. The 76ers have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Here's McCain. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
His first personal foul.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's Black. They get it again. And he dunks it down.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now here's Lowry. From the arc. De Silva with the rebound. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 14-6 run to the paint. Here's Wagner. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And now it's a 7-point Magic lead.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Right wing. And he slams it in one-handed.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves.
Be a 2-minute review to the play.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to count.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And so it's the Orlando. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner, and it's Suggs in at the point. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Maxey makes things happen with his hard work and determination as a scorer.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
You've also got to commend them for how they've attacked the basket. They've been aggressive. They've not settled and have consistently gone at the rim.
And Banchero gets it to go.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Embiid passes to Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Back to Embiid. There's the three. Orlando with the rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Caldwell Pope finds Suggs. Banchero with a screen on Maxey. And it's Wagner missing. 76ers trail by 10. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Yeah, this guy certainly knows how to take over a game. I wonder who made George mad tonight. They're paying for it now.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Right side, Carter. Pass to Suggs. Back to Carter. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's George. Drummond, the screen on Suggs. Here's George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Wendell Carter.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
George hits them both. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Magic. Pass to Carter for 3. Drills it from deep. And the Magic lead by 9.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Drummond with the bucket.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, get your feelings hurt.
And Carroll with a screen on Maxey. Suggs, the pass to Carter. And the 3 off target. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Oubre. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nice job finding the open teammate that time. What a pass right there from Embiid.
Wagner outside. Pass to Carter. Suggs outside. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the middle. Stolen by Carter. Here's Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, you know, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his quickness can be overwhelming at times. Really hard to defend if you're not physical and focused.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
That's exactly how to close out a game. Take advantage of every opportunity.
And Maxey, here we go. And that one is hammered home.
No fear in Maxey, folks. This guy is ready for the big moment and welcomes the challenge.
And Carroll with a screen on Maxey. Carter on the wing. Oh, from deep. Rebound by Maxey. The 76ers have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Pass to Suggs. Let's go with a 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And I think the crowd is admiring the long-range duel.
Unbelievable couple of possessions here. I mean, the energy in here really starting to boil.
Here's Banchero. Banchero uses his size down there.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Embiid, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Pass to Embiid. Money!
And you know Embiid wants the ball in these situations. He wants that shot. He wants to come through for his team.
It's stolen by Maxey. Here we go. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And so it looks like the Sixers will retain possession here. So it's all come down to this.
It's really that time where your leaders must step up.
George outside. Shot clock at 5.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that. And stepping up when it's clutch time, that's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
Suggs with it. So the Magic win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1. And for the Hawks, the front court is Rizachet and Johnson. LeVert out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight. And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
2 points, that one goes.
Possessing good size and impressive versatility. The rookie, Rizachet, looking comfortable operating inside.
Here's Caldwell Pope, takes it off the glass.
Coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layup for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Banchero against Johnson. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
They just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Yeah, look, never tempt a guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That's his first foul. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
Here's LeVert. Johnson outside. Not gonna fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Now, here's LeVert. Wendell Carter unable to get his last shot to go. Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs. but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
And this past offseason, Stan, was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 6. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Banchero finds Carter. That one good for 2. Carter's got his second basket.
And when you call a play for Carter Jr., you really want to get him something in rhythm. Great execution there.
Rizachet with it. He's defended by Wagner. Here's LeVert. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Hands it from downtown. Caldwell Pope's got 9 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Rizachet wide open. Hits it from 3-point range.
Rizachet is a playmaker, taking it upon himself to answer from deep.
Caldwell Pope against Johnson. Banchero. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Hogs have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Back to Johnson. "15 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to LeVert. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Hawks lead by 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
All right, and now you want to see them sustain this relentlessness for the entire game because it's clearly paying off.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers. We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
That is a great finish!
Oh, my.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Johnson kicks to LeVert. Tries again. And it's Orlando with the rebound. So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams, and he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I love coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. Here's Rizachet. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Carter with a screen on LeVert. Here's Caldwell Pope. Carter with it. Okongwu covering. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Shot from the wing. And it's Carter missing.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Dan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very different. The Hawks leading. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Team second.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And there's the drive. And it's Shea missing. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Kicks it out to Banchero. Carter up top, covered by Okongwu. Clock at 4. Back to Carter.
2 minutes.
Launches it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here is Daniels. He's covered by Suggs. Over to the left wing. Shea sets the screen for Okongwu. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Stolen by LeVert. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Shea with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope.
And this kid, Shea, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Look, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
Did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
Banchero against Johnson. Banchero, that's good.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. Well, with his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Orlando trailing here. Suggs with the ball, and it's all evened up. Suggs has got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
To the middle, it's tipped.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Carter against Johnson. Pass to Daniel. Over Suggs. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Contavious Caldwell Pope really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
So Johnson sitting on the bench. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Trae Young is out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Larry Nance. Then there's George Niang. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Mann. Capella, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 4.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Howard kicks to Black. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks leading by 4. Young drives in. Lays it up off the glass.
At his best when attacking the rim. Young not settling for a jumper, putting the onus on the D.
Outside Howard. Drills the three-pointer. Howard's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Niang kicks to Young. Basket good. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for Atlanta.
When you watch Young, there's a courage to his game.
Pass to Howard. And Wagner has it in the corner. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Pass to Howard. Here's Black, defended by Mann. Black the pass to Howard. Here's to Silva. Shot clock at 6. No good with the triple.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
2 minutes. Demand. Bella inside. Yes, that goes in. And it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 to 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, the Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Fires the 3. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The kick out to Young. Stuffed.
Magic ball.
The Magic trail by 10. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Howard can't hit. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition tape foul. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. The Hawks leading by 11. Down low, here's LeVert. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. LeVert's got 9 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Johnson with 1 on the clock, and he lays it up and in.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the 5 down low.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
LeVert inside the line. Banked in off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 16.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Carter kicks to Wagner. Over Rizachet. That's good from Wagner on the assist from Carter. Wagner's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Ball's knocked loose. Suggs with the steal. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Fires for 3. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That's his first foul. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's Caldwell Pope. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. LeVert against Caldwell Pope. Now, here's Johnson. Defense right on him.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Another miss by Caldwell Pope. The Hawks leading by 15. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Wagner. Shoots the 3. And it's Banchero missing. Hawks have got every shot they've taken so far in the 4th quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. And it's Wagner missing.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Wagner's got 7 now in this quarter.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the 3-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Caldwell Pope against LeVert. Carter dishes to Banchero. Pass to Suggs. Banchero is screened for Suggs. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Oh, terrific move offensively from Suggs. He is locked in on that shot and finishes.
The shot by Okongwu, no good. The Magic trail by 9. Wagner with it. He's picked up by LeVert. And that one's good, Wagner.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Here's Rizichet. He's defended by Wagner. Pass to Okongwu. Johnson with it. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. LeVert from outside. Johnson kicks to Okongwu. LeVert from outside. Carter pulls it in. Orlando with the ball. They trail by 7. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That is his first foul of the game.
Teams first.
Now here's LeVert. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And so it's Atlanta with the W. It was up. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So now for Greg Anthony.
Welcome all. Thanks for... tuning in to 2K. Sports. So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then there's George. And it's Maxey in at the point. And for the Hawks, Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the center position.
And look at that. The vision is why Trae Young can get you double-digit assists.
Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Here's Daniels. Young with a screen on Oubre. Outside Young. 4-3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's George. Takes it inside. Embiid's got space. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up. And that's the work of an assertive offensive player.
And six-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Greg.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
Johnson a screen on George. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Now here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A. I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team. He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Here's Okongwu. Takes the three. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Okongwu's got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
On the wing, Daniels. Embiid covers.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
The 76ers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
The Hawks lead by 3. Here's Young on the take. Here's Risache. And here's Okongwu. He's got 5. Throws it up high. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Now here's Maxey. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
such an explosive athlete. Maxey saw his chance and took it right to the rim.
Here's Rizachet. On the wing, Daniels. Again, Atlanta.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter, and bang, just kicks it out.
Stripped it away. In transition. Here's Young. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Now here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
The Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Pass to Rizachet. Launches a three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
High arcing shot. Embiid misses. The Hawks lead by 9. Here's Rizachet. Johnson on the wing. With the drive. Oh, he goes back with the dunk. Right over Joel Embiid.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And Atlanta with possession here. The Sixers getting their last shot to go.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
And you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
For 3, George connects from downtown. George has got 5 points.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
And that one's good. Young.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
The shot, no good. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks ending the quarter up 10. Their key. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter, we've got Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's George in at the 2. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. And he gets that one.
Yeah, Drummond's going to go right back up into that physical play, and he's still going to finish strong.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Back to Young. To the inside. Inside. Here's a Kongwu. Drummond grabs the miss. 76ers trail by 8. Here's Embiid. There's the drive. And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, dominant drive there by Embiid. Crashing inside and throwing it down with authority. And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. And Maxey's got the ball here for the 76ers. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, BA? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare, just think when he gets his confidence.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Outside Maxey. Back to Embiid. The kick out to Maxey. 5 on the clock. Embiid is screen on Young. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. Embiid's shot is good.
This team trusts Maxey to make good decisions with the ball.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. And here's Okongwu. Outside Young. Oh, Young! So tough at his size.
That's a tough take right there. This is what makes Trae Young special. Willing to go in there and stay composed under pressure.
George outside. Pass to Embiid. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Johnson. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Out to the right wing. Up top, Young. And he lobs it up top. And out of bounds. The 76ers will take it.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Young against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. George outside. Banked it in off the glass. George has got 7 points in the game. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, and have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. The biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Now here's Maxey. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Onyeka Okongwu. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant. Here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, BA. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Young against Maxey. Pass to Okongwu. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of this one.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Now here's Maxey. It's George on the wing. There's 18 seconds left in the second. Here's Drummond. Okongwu with the rebound. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
There's some steely moments that come from Trae Young, and I'll tell you what, if the defense is getting under his skin, he rarely shows that.
Okongwu, no good. That'll count. Can't hit that one. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks ending the quarter up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Karis LeVert is out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's George Niang. Then it's Larry Nance. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. So that's the Hawks 5.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. So pretty when Larry Nance Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
Here's McCain. Back to Lowry. 6 to shoot. Yabusele. No good there. Excellent D there from Capella. Atlanta leading by 10. And the pass to LeVert. The kick out to Nance. No good from outside. Philadelphia shooting it at 52%. Pass to Grimes. They get it back. Yabusele. Second shot opportunity. No good on the layup. Atlanta's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Niang, no good. 76ers trail by 10. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Fast break, Philadelphia. Now here's Lowry, tightly guarded. To the right side. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds in the game. And Atlanta misses again. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul of the game. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And George Niang gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Lowry with it. Still without a bucket. To in the cold spell. Lowry with another miss.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Here's Mann. And McCain pulls it down. 76ers trail by 10. Pass to Grimes. Here's Bonham. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. LeVert left side. From downtown. Gets the 3 to fall. LeVert's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding. And, of course, that was a little bit different offensive system. But he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
Here's Mann. He takes it in. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Hawks lead by 13.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
For 3, Lowry. Pass to Grimes. Just 5 to shoot. There's the steal. Nance.
His first. Team first.
Outside man. 3-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Man's got 5.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Outside man. The kick out to Nance. 4 on the clock. And it's Capella with the jam.
Well, Capella, if we watched him again there, he would be reading where that ball is going, and he positions himself before the ball even comes off.
And the foul called on Karis LeVert. That's his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Maxey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. At one point, they led by 16. Taking a look at the 76ers. We've got Paul George, Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey, and it's Drummond in at the 5. Really left him alone that time. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high-percentage look.
The defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
George for 3. Atlanta with a rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Okongwu. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 9 rebounds now. Now here's Embiid. He's closely guarded. Drummond passes to Oubre. From outside the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Fast break, here we go. The 3 is up. And Maxey, the bucket, on the assist by Drummond.
Well, the corner 3, no challenge for Maxey. I mean, the dude can straight up shoot from deep.
Pass to Daniels. Lets it go from deep. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
His first. Team first.
Drummond, the screen on Young. Maxey against Young. Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
And Drummond just rising up. Gets on top of the defense.
Maxey finds George. Looking to get it going. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Here's Young. There's the drive. And he makes it on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 13.
And Young, known as a remarkable scorer, he can fill it up in a variety of ways.
Philadelphia's gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. And he lobs it up to the rim. It's stolen by Okongwu. And now the Hawks on the break. Young against Maxey. Here's the 3. Young misses. 76ers trail by 13.
Hawks down. Position. Hit seconds. Team second.
Maxey against Young. Embiid, a screen on Young. To the wing, right side. Maxey against Young. And it's Maxey missing. The Hawks lead by 13. Outside Johnson. This one for 3. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Oubre not easy to stop once he gets up to speed. You kind of had to foul him in that situation.
Second free throw, no good.
The team struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Here's Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 8 assists in the game.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Hawks.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Trae Young.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
The Hawks have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Johnson passes to Young. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Now George to the paint. Here's Embiid. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Pure from three-point range. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Fires the 3. Daniels misses. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. A competitive. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So alongside Grant Hill.
this could be a battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Joel Embiid. Paul George is out there with Maxey. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. Outside, Maxey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Maxey goes hard at the inside, basically taking away their good options.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round, but it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Carter outside. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And when you call a play for Carter Jr., you really want to get him something in rhythm. Great execution there.
Embiid with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Maxey kicks to Embiid. This one for 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Banchero is screen for Wagner. Banchero up top. Caldwell Pope outside. From outside, off the mark. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 4-point game. George passes to Maxey. Now here's Embiid. Back to Maxey. Clock at 6. Out left of the wing. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Jamal Mosley. And their biggest concern, of course, is figuring out a way to guard Joel Embiid. Coach said Embiid presents all types of issues. He can post you up, knock down the 3. We'll have to send multiple bodies at Embiid to keep him in check. We'll see how they try to defend him. It won't be straight up. Guys?
Thanks, David. Good on the triple. Banchero's got 6.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. No good on the triple. The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
It's stolen by Carter. Suggs against Maxey. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Nailed from three-point land.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
And here's George for 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Suggs leading the way. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And Banchero kicks it out to Wagner. Caldwell Pope for 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Solid elevation there. A consistent point of release, and KCP with excellent shot mechanics.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
1:10 left in the first. Right side, Maxey. Drummond finds Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Embiid with the screen on Wagner. The 76ers need to get off a shot. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
The perfect roller. Joel Embiid can pop out and shoot, cut, make the extra passes. Really anything in that set.
Suggs passes to Banchero. Banchero is screened for Suggs. Back to Banchero. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
George against Suggs. And George, here we go. Three-pointer by Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Banchero. Oubre with the steal. And here's the fast break. Oubre on the wing. And finished off by Oubre.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And so it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope making highlights. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Maxey. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Oubre, and it's George in at the shooting guard position.
Look, and he knows he has the green light. Embiid's kind of attitude in these moments just makes him even more lethal.
Banchero with the screen. Suggs with the ball for 3. That shot off the mark. The 76ers trail by 4. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. And here's Maxey. Pass to George. Embiid with a screen on Suggs. And it's George missing.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season. We're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you've played every team, you understand the defensive concept. You might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
George finds Embiid. The big man Embiid converts inside.
The team just loves to see Embiid fired up on offense like this. They really rely on his scoring ability.
Banchero, a screen for Suggs. Banchero outside. Back to Suggs. Banchero outside. Pass to Suggs. Banchero, a screen on Maxey. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. That shot off.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Suggs against Maxey. Here's Drummond. This is his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league. I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
Suggs kicks to Wagner. Suggs looking around. Misses the 3. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Maxey finds Embiid. Over Caldwell Pope. Back to Embiid. Here's Maxey. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Caldwell Pope outside. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Caldwell Pope's got 12.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And, guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Knocks it loose. Banchero with the ball. Maxey covering. 43 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Embiid. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Magic ball.
There's 25 seconds left here in the second. Banchero is screened for Suggs. 15 seconds left now here in the second. It's good from long range. And the Magic lead by 4.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by George. He's got 15.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Nice execution on the inbound. Just how you want to draw it out.
And some changes here for the 76ers. The Magic shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Magic out in front, up by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Howard is out there with Black. Then there's Mo Wagner. And it's Bitadze in at the 4 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Black the pass to Bitadze. A fresh 14 for Orlando. Second shot opportunity. Black, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One he'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Wagner on the wing to the middle. And he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Grimes. No scoring in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Bona. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Here's the three, and he's good on the three ball. And the Magic lead by 5.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Pass to McCain. To the inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Black. Here's the screen. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Lowry passes to Yabusele. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Yabusele's got 4 points now in the quarter. Magic leading by 4. Wagner has screen on Lowry. Black kicks to Wagner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. 76ers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pass to Lowry. Here's Bona.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. They set the pick. Grimes passes to Yabusele. Comes up empty down low. The Magic have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
1:53 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Lowry. An easy 2 points on the layup. Lowry's got his first points in this one.
And try and name a 6-footer who likes to operate inside more than Lowry. He is a beast.
Here's Yabusele. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. McCain, it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Four on the shot clock. Pass to Yabusele. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Magic shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Magic leading by 3. Fires from deep. Here's Black. The tray. They grab their own miss from the arc. The shot missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's Yabusele. Hot loose. Pass break. Here come the Magic. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Pass to Yabusele. Lowry with the ball. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
For Philadelphia, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Here's Black, now recovering. Pass to Bitadze. They set the pick. It's stolen by Lowry. Here's Bona. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Magic lead by 4. And coming up as soon as... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's George, and it's Drummond in at the 5.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
Suggs against Maxey. Wagner passes to Banchero. Good on the shot. 14 points for Paolo Banchero.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
It's George on the wing. Ooh, oh, what a slam!
Oh, my.
What a slam!
Gracious. And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Here's Suggs. Sweet little floater. And the Magic lead by 7.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Drummond sets the screen for Maxey. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Here's Banchero. Trains the three-pointer. Banchero's got the lead up to 10 now for Orlando. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Embiid with a screen on Suggs. And here's George for 3. Connects from three-point range.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's George finishing it off.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Here's Suggs. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. Embiid powers it down.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Embiid with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Embiid wide open. Again, Philadelphia.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And Banchero, here we go. And finished off by Banchero.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Carter sets the pick for Caldwell Pope. Carter down low. He's covered by Maxey. And then Carter with the dunk.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And it's George missing, and George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Orlando leading by 8. Caldwell Pope outside. Banchero with screen on George. Kicks it out to Banchero. And it's off from three-point range. Hard accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Embiid finds Maxey. 5 on the clock. The tray. Rebound by the Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Suggs. Banchero is screened for Suggs. Carter on the wing. Bangs home the trifecta. And now an 11-point Orlando lead.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
So the Magic win it. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control. Basketball, now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Risache in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Carter in at the center position.
Absolutely flying. Look at Suggs using those hops to jam it home.
One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Mark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. Johnson on the wing. Oh, got a piece of it. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Shot clock at 5. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Over Suggs. Oh, they get a hand on it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carter. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. LeVert with 1 second left.
Much respect for the hustle of Caldwell Pope there, making his presence felt on the defensive end.
And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. With the teardrop. Carter from outside hits a three-pointer. The Hawks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Rizichet driving to the basket, and the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, what a move by the light-footed rookie. Rizichet driving in to get a bucket.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Banchero. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Banchero. It's stolen by Johnson. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Here's Daniels. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Carter, a screen on LeVert. The kick out to Banchero. Wagner outside. Shot clock at 6. Launches it from deep. Johnson with the defensive effort. Atlanta leading by 3. And they pick up 2. Johnson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
So quick on these drives, as quick as a hiccup. Can't let him, Caldwell Pope, get into the lane like this.
Here's LeVert. Back to Daniels. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the tray.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Banchero the screen. Caldwell Pope with a drive. The kick out to Banchero. There's a minute 26 left to play in the first quarter. The 3 from Suggs. The rebound by Atlanta.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Pass to Daniels. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
It's stolen by Johnson. On the break. Here's Daniels. Nice D from Wagner. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line. And they stop the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
At the line for Orlando, Kentavious Caldwell Pope. 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA.
Smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the first one at the line is good. It's both from the stripe.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Atlanta leading by 4. There's a screen.
Well, Karis LeVert reads defenders very well. This guy is an instinctive offensive player.
Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Both free throws good for LeVert. The Magic have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. And Carroll with a screen on LeVert. Here's Caldwell Pope. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim. Caldwell Pope's got 6.
Extremely accurate from the mid-range. Caldwell Pope knows he has the touch to score from there.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of...
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Hawks ahead, leading by 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at center. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Caldwell Pope against LeVert. Carter, a screen on LeVert. Caldwell Pope for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Johnson against Wagner. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Pass to Risache. Lays it up and banks it in.
It's always good to see Risache mixing it up down low.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Orlando again missing. Atlanta leading by 13. To the middle. Here's a Okongwu. Outside for LeVert. Over to the left wing. The 3 from Risache. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Yeah, that's what Risache is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter. A good one at that.
Wagner for 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Off target with the 3. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They trail by 16. Here's a Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Orlando again missing. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 14-2 run here. The 3 from Risache. Orlando with the rebound. And out on the wing, Zach Risache has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Here's Risache, defended by Wagner. Caldwell Pope against LeVert. And he drops in the layup off the glass. LeVert's got 10 points.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Oh, man, exploding to the rim.
Yep, makes the simple play.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
Johnson passes to Daniels. Back to Johnson. Pass to Okongwu. Just 5 on the clock. To the right side. The three. It's rebounded by Banchero. Magic trail by 16. Kicks it out to Wagner. Launches it. Knocks down the triple.
Hunting for that shot. Wagner wants to eat.
The Hawks have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Now here's Okongwu. Here's Risache, defended by Wagner. And he dumps it down.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Here's Banchero. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
It's LeVert on the wing. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Picked up by Okongwu. Here's Daniels. The rebound by Carter. Orlando has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Here's Suggs. The kick out to Banchero. Wagner for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 5 rebounds tonight. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Atlanta shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Goes up off the inbound. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
It just nails the 3.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Caris LeVert.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Mo Wagner is out there with Goga Batadze, and it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Magic trail by 13. Now Howard. To the wing on the left. Here's Black, guarded by Young. And yep, it's good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Young looking over the floor. Oh, Young with a physical finish inside.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that. Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Atlanta leading by 12. Outside Young. Pass to Capella. Back to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Now man, guarded by Howard. Man, the pass to Young. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. The Magic have gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Howard finds Wagner. Over to the wing. Howard, the pass to Wagner. Here's Batase. Back to Wagner. Pass to Black from behind the arc. No luck on that one. Now Nance. Outside Young. Silky smooth from Trae Young.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Fires the three. Gets the 3 ball to go. Batase's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Young. It's hauled in by Black. Magic trail by 11. Pass to Howard. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Batase. 3-pointer. No good on the shot. Capella with it. And Howard picks him up defensively. Nance. It's rebounded by Batase. For Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Pass to Black. From deep. The shot won't fall. The Hawks lead by 10. Here's Man. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Fires in the triple. Howard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Not putting his head down. He continues to produce with the team trailing.
Young on the attack. And he gets the bucket.
It's amazing what Young can do out there offensively. He just reads the defense so well.
Pass to Black. Here's the Silva. And another 3 for Orlando.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Niang, pass to Nance. Outside Young. Niang outside from the arc. They get the rebound. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. And the Hawks lead by 10.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And so it's Atlanta ending the quarter up 10. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Fourth quarter, on the floor for the Hawks. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Risache in at the small forward position. Banchero the screen. Wagner for 3. LeVert with a rebound. Atlanta leading by 10. The kick out to Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Karis LeVert is a very willing passer, somebody who's always looking to set up his teammates, actually focuses on doing that.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Banchero. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's the break. And the layup is good. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense. And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
From deep, Johnson. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
To the inside, Suggs. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Hey, you can see that former football player mentality and history on display with Suggs. He is fearless.
It's Daniels with a drive. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Banchero the screen. Caldwell Pope for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Daniel.
Okongwu's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Second team foul.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Daniels. No good on the 3.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
The offensive rebound. The 3 from Banchero. Out of bounds. It'll be Hawks ball. Here's LeVert. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
LeVert passes to Daniels. Takes a 3. And the three-pointer goes. Daniels has got 5 points now this quarter.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
They need this. The kick out to Banchero. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Hey, when you're trailing, you cannot afford to give the ball away. You got to take care of it.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. The shot by LeVert, no good.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Hawks.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Caris LeVert.
He ran things with precision. Great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots. Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
LeVert, that's good.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Boy, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Caldwell Pope finds Suggs. The rebound by Atlanta. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Fires from way outside. LeVert up top. A deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Caldwell Pope with it. Misses. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.